What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, another fitness video for you guys. First of all, if you guys aren't subscribed, smash the subscribe button, please. It helps the channel out. If you like this video, make sure you guys click the like button. I would really appreciate it. We're trying to hit that 50,000 mark. We're just over 30. Let's try and get there. Also, I want to shout out to my Patreon members. Thank you so much for the support, you guys. Everything that I make there goes into the channel, and the same thing with all of you who bought merch. The merch that is right down below in the Teespring account goes right to my store. Thank you for the last video. I put a discount code out there, and thank you for using it. I appreciate it, you guys. Like I said, I use all that money to go back into the channel, come up with more videos, and do this stuff for you guys. So I appreciate all your help. Now, let's get into the video. Something I've had a lot of requests about are planges. So there's a couple areas you could do a planche. You could do it on the floor, you could do it on rings, and you can do it on parallettes. Today, we're gonna go over a few different tips that will help you on all of those. The first one we're gonna start with is just a planche on the floor. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna start building the muscles that you need in the right muscle groups to work on a planche. So for this, we're gonna get down on your hands and knees, get into a tuck position. We're gonna put our hands about shoulder width. Some people like it a little wider. You don't really want closer because that's gonna give you an awkward balance. So at least shoulder width, maybe a little bit wider. And we're gonna just push up and tuck our knees up into our chest. And we're gonna really round our back, and this is just gonna get you into a nice hollow position where you're pushing through the floor and getting into a tuck, and we're just gonna get to there and come back to the floor. So what this is doing is allowing you to push through your shoulders and really feel that you have to not only push through your shoulders, but use your abs, use your core to bring your knees up to your chest. If you guys need to bounce your toes off the floor, you can definitely do that. Although eventually you want to be able to just kind of push through and get your knees up into that nice tight hollow and tuck position. Come back down. The next thing we're gonna do is more for balance. We're gonna put our feet out behind us like you're actually doing a planche, and we're gonna rock back and forth. You can go side to side if you want, but mostly it's gonna be a back and forth motion, so you know where that balance point is. It's not all strength in a planche. You're gonna find a balance point. It's kind of like a teeter-totter. You're gonna want your arms in the center, and you're gonna find the balance point where your shoulders are not too far over and your feet aren't too low. It's gonna look like this. Now for that one, it is pretty difficult, so don't go too far, you're gonna fall on your face, but you wanna find a good, like I said, good balance point. Go to where you can hold it and push yourself back. I'm on a little bit of a rounded mushroom over here because we're in the gymnastics gym again. But if you guys have a flat surface, like a box or anything like that, that'll be perfect because it'll allow you to slide your toes and push them back. And what we're doing here is we're just really working the balance point, like I said, but engaging the muscle groups in your shoulder and your chest area that is gonna be pushing you forward and pushing back. Remember, while we're doing this, we wanna have nice tight legs, point your toes. That's gonna allow you to slide forward and back, squeeze your legs, squeeze your butt, and just be nice and tight because that's what a planche is gonna be about. If you're loose, that balance point is gonna be all out of whack and thrown off. The next tip is gonna be very similar to the first tip. The first one we got on our hands and knees, we did a tuck position and pushed up into that tuck planche. This next one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna push up into the tuck planche. We're gonna try and hold it. We wanna hold it for an extended period of time if you can. In the beginning, if you can only hold it for 2 or 3 seconds, do that. Repeat it 5 or 6 times and consistently do that, and your time will eventually get a little bit longer. Now I get this question a lot. How long should I be able to hold a tuck planche before I could do a normal planche? I don't really know. I don't really know if there's any science done on that. I think everybody's a little bit different. But eventually I felt so good in a straddle planche that tuck planche felt weird, and because I had done so many straddle planches. And if you don't know what a straddle planche is, it's just with your feet behind you and they're straddled. Obviously your feet together is gonna be harder because the weight on your feet is all in the center and it's gonna make them drop. When it's straddled, the weight is distributed and it's easier to balance, easier to hold. So this is the next tip: tuck planche, hold, static hold. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done that, but I think that was a perfect demonstration to show you guys that this is not only a static strength move, there's a lot of balance into it. your feet drop, you're gonna have to learn how to counterbalance that. If you're going too far forward, you need to learn how to push, but not too far so you fall back. That's why this static hold of a tuck planche is pretty crucial in learning a straddle planche, because it's really teaching you where you need to have the strength and where the balance point is. Obviously it's gonna be different when you're in a straddle planche because your feet will be extended, but it gives you that idea of the tipping point. All right, tip number 4. We're gonna go use some dumbbells. Basically what we're gonna do, lay on your back, stay nice and tight like you would in a planche. We're gonna let those dumbbells go from the planche position, drop them down, and we're gonna push them back up. This is just gonna help strengthen that motion. Obviously in a planche, you're just here, but it's really kind of allowing the muscles to extend and contract them back, allowing them to break down a little bit and rebuild. But you want to get strong in that planche position with your hands in front of you, nice and tight, and stay tight in your core, in your chest, in your legs. Stay nice and tight. So let's check it out. Also for that, if you want to go a little bit lower, you can. Just be careful with your shoulders when you're trying to press back up. So the 5th and the final tip. Now we're going to kind of group everything together. We're going to do something similar to tip number 2, tip number 3, and combine it. You're going to put your feet on a block like we did before, extend them into a planche. I would do a straddle for now if you're a beginner. If you can already do a straddle planche, this will be great for a feet together planche. We're basically going to bounce off our toes and just look for that balance point. If you can hit it and stop, there you go, you got your planche. But if you can't, just look for that balance point and really feel what muscle groups you're trying to engage in on the planche, and also where the balance point is so you're not falling too far forward and not dropping your feet too low. All right, there we go. So obviously, these are all some good tips for you guys to use. There's plenty of others out there. I just had been getting requested for some tips, so here's 5 of them. If you guys want some more or something different, comment down below, and please let me know if you guys like this video. Smash that thumbs up button, it really helps the channel, and let us know what else you guys want to see. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.